Well, we're back again with another video, and today we're actually going to do a loadout video. It's been a while since I've done that, but I've done many loadout videos over the last year or something, looking at different knife and glove combos, also some inventories with like the best budget inventories for different color themes. And now we're going to start a series where I'm going to do loadout videos for different colors, but we're going to do it with the absolutely cheapest options you got for every weapon of that specific color. So today we're going to look at all weapons in the game, including the knife and gloves, which comes up to 36 different weapons, and yeah, all the red options you got, which is the absolutely cheapest one. So yeah, let's get into it. Today's video is sponsored by Rain. They have a bunch of game modes. My favorite one is case battles, where you can battle against other players and bots on the side. Winner takes it all. You can also open up cases yourself if you don't feel like stealing money from other players. And if you don't feel like you got a good enough skin, you can always try your luck on the upgrade to get a better one. They also have daily, weekly and monthly rewards. They offer many options to deposit on the site, including crypto and CS2 skins. And you have the same two options when you want to withdraw. You can also use my code HARTWICH on the site to get a few free cases and 5% deposit bonus. Thank you to Rain for sponsoring the video. Okay, so to begin with, we of course start with the knife and glove combo. And keep in mind, this is like the cheapest option for both knife and glove, and also whenever we go over any weapons, is the cheapest option for red skin on that weapon. So this might not necessarily be the best combo, but it is the cheapest one. So we have a god knife slaughter. This one is in field test condition, and they have motor gloves, blood pressure, which is battle scarred, and this is still a $270 combo, but red skins, some of the most expensive ones, and this is the cheapest one you can get. The slaughter knife is the lowest condition possible, which is field tested for slaughter knives, and yeah, the gloves are in battle scar condition. The god knife itself is $145, and then the motor gloves is $135. Then moving on and starting with the starter pistols. For the USP, we got the USP check engine, super clean USP. I really like this one. Actually, I used this myself as well, and in field test condition, this one is only 50 cents. And for the P2000, if you're sick enough to use this weapon, you can get yourself a P2000 obsidian, which in field test condition is $1.60. Not worth it to go for any of the other conditions, as at least on buff is actually worth a bit more, but it might be because there's a few listenings, but this one was the cheapest option. And actually with these gloves, this goes really well because it has more than just the red, you know, the dark colors as well, which is really similar to the motor gloves. Then for the Glock, one of many candy apple skins to come, because candy apples are some of the cheapest and also, in my opinion, cleanest red skins. So yeah, we got a Glock 18 candy apple in mineral wear condition, which is 60 cents for the Glock. Then for the dual berettas, we got the only red, like really red dual berettas in the game. I use these myself as well. They're super clean but quite expensive, as these in factory new cost $9.50. And for the other conditions, you can just get this one in field tested and mineral wear as well. It's basically the same price actually. But Faction New was actually a bit cheaper. For some reason, might be just easier to get due to float cap or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's still $9.50 for these, but it's the best option for the cheapest red dual berettas in the game. Then for the P250, we got the P250 Nevermore, a super cheap and clean P250 in my opinion. This one is mineral wear condition, and it only cost 85 cents. Then for the 5.7, we got the 5.7 Urban Hazard, which is from the Vanguard collection, if I'm not wrong. And this one in mineral wear condition cost $1.50. Then for the Tech 9, we got the Tech 9 Isaac. I used this myself as well. The Tech 9 with the most red on it, to be honest, even though it does have a lot of black too. It is actually also quite expensive compared to the condition, because this one is in World 1 condition and cost $2.15, but it is from the husband case, so it's quite old now, but $2 for this one. Then moving on to the Desert Eagle, we got the Crimson Web. The only two, or actually we got 3 red deals in the game. We got the Crimson Web, the Sunset Storm, and then of course the Code Red. This one is the cheapest option in field test condition, being $11.50. Then moving on to another Crimson Web skin, we got the R8. If you're using the R8, most of you probably aren't, but some of you might do it. And yeah, we got another Crimson Web here, another field test condition. And this one in field test condition is only 10 cents. And also, I just noticed how the Crimson Web skins actually looks really good with the motor gloves, blood pressure. Again, the dark red with the dark red, black on black. It looks actually pretty sick. Then moving on to the CZ75 Auto. If you're using this, you got a really cheap option here. This one is the Red Aster in World 1 condition, and it only costs 30 cents for this one. And this one doesn't really get that scratched, as you can see. For a worse condition, it just gets like darker in the coloring. So if you have this in factory new, the red will be a more bright red. And yeah, in World 1 condition, as you can see, this is more of dark red. So it's a really sick one for only 30 cents. Then for the Nova, we got another candy apple skin in factory new condition. This looks so clean in my opinion, and it's only 10 cents for this Nova skin in factory new condition. Then for the P90, we got the P90 Shallow Grave. This one has some red to it. It is also a little bit purple and just some dark colors to it, but got some red on it, and it does fit really well with the gloves, to be honest. But yeah, in field test condition, this P90 is $1.90. It is the best you can do for a red P90, even though there are some more red options. We got the P90 blood pressure, I think it's called, but that's like 60-70 euros, so that's really expensive. So $1.90 for this one, and it is the best option. And then for all the people out there who love and enjoy playing around with the Negev, we got the Negev Lionfish in field test condition. Might be more orange than red, but it's definitely the best you can get for a decent price, because this one in field test condition is only 35 cents. Then for the MP9, we got the MP9 Ruby Poison Dart, and this one in field test condition is only $1. Again, another skin like the P90 that's probably more orange, got some purple to it, but it's pretty decent, and it's have some, you know, red-ish color to it with all the orange going on. And the other option we'll have for a red MP9 is the Hot Rod, and that's over 100 euros. So this is the closest you can get to a red MP9, and in my opinion, it actually does the job pretty well and looks really sick. And also only being $1. And then for the UMP 45, we got the new Crimson Foil, which is part of the new Armory Pass. You can still get this one. I'm not actually sure which collection is in, but I do believe it's the one with the M4 Fate. And this one is actually pretty cheap in field test condition, and it's the only like completely red UMP we got in the game. And for me, I think that's really sick, because I have a red themed inventory, and this one is a really clean one. It's almost like a Hot Rod. And in field test condition, this one is $5. And then for the XM1014, also known as the Auto Shotgun, we got the Tranquility, and yeah, this one is a bit scratched, but it's also in field test condition. Actually, if you want to get a clean Auto Shotgun for some reason, for the red color themed inventory, you have to spend quite a bit of money, because this one is in a better condition is a pretty penny more. And the other options you got is something like red leather, I think it's called, and that's like 50 euros, something stupid. So this one is the best option for sure, and it's also a decent one still. So yeah, in field test condition, this one is $6.70. Then we have the PP Bison, and we got another candy apple skin, another extremely clean one. The candy apple skin's really save the red themed inventory when you're on a budget, because all of them look extremely well and extremely clean, and they are cheap as hell. So the PP Bison Candy Apple in factory new condition is only 15 cents. And following up a Candy Apple skin with another Candy Apple skin, we got another clean one, which is on the Mac 10. So this is a Mac 10 Candy Apple in factory new condition, and just like the PP Bison Candy Apple, this one is also 15 cents in factory new condition. Then for the MP7, we got the MP7 Mischief in field test condition. This one got a decent amount of like dark red to it, also some black and white. Another option you could go for is the MP7 Bloodsport, which is probably like 2.5-3 euros, maybe a little bit more now, but like a few euros. Around the other hand, this one I got right here in the same condition is only 15 cents, so a really nice option and cheap option as well for MP7. Then for the Max 7, we got the Max 7 Heat, of course. More orange than the red, right? But it's closest we can get to a cheap red Max 7 skin, and it actually looks really nice, and it's pretty decent, and also extremely cheap. This one is in field test condition and it's only 50 cents, so half a dollar. And then moving on to the only weapon in the game probably no one is or will ever use, but it's the M249 System Lock. Which is actually a sick red skin, and in middleware condition you can grab this one for only 30 cents. And then moving on to the MP5, we got the MP5 Lab Rats. This one is really sick. I really like this skin, and it is souvenir as you can see, and it's actually from probably the only collection in the game with only one weapon skin, which is the Black Side collection. You could count the new Blue Gem Deagle as well as his, you know, the limited edition collection, but yeah, other than that, this one is the only one, and this one in souvenir middleware is only 10 cents, so really cheap at being 10 cents, and looks extremely clean. Then moving on to the Sort Of, we got Sort Of Break Light. This one is in souvenir. As you can see, we got some gold stickers on it. Actually, this one I can see have a lot of white to it, but it is a pattern-based skin, which means you can get some of these with like only red to it, almost looking like a hot rod. But the souvenir one is way cheaper than the non-souvenir one, and you can always, if you want to, just scrape off the stickers, to be honest, as this in souvenir factory new is only 40 cents. Then moving on to the rifles, we got the M4A1S Cyrex, which is a really sick one. It's from the Breakout case, and yeah, it's a decent one. I always really like the Cyrex, and in field test condition as this one is, it costs just over $20. Then for the AK, we got the AK-47 Orbit, which is a really sick one actually. I know this might be a little bit of a controversial AK, like some people really like it, some don't. I'm one of those people who actually really like this one, and it's actually also quite expensive because it's only a purple skin, but it is, if I'm not mistaken, from the Hydra case. So in field test condition as this one is, it's almost $20, so $19.40, but still way cheaper than all the other red AK options you got. Then for the FAMAS, we got the FAMAS Survivor C, which is in field test condition, and a really cheap option actually for a nice FAMAS, because this one is only 25 cents in field test condition. And for the Galil AR, we got the Galil AR Firefight, and this one is a really sick one actually. I really like this one, just how it looks. It looks extremely clean, to be honest, and in field test condition, which this one is, and I mean for field test one, this is really decent, and it only costs 40 cents as well, so a really sick Galil option here for your red loadout. And then for the SG, we got the SG Bloodshot in field test condition, pretty decent, got a lot of red to it, and it's only, I say only, but it's cheapest scout skin for a red one in the game, but it's $10.30. If you got a little bit more money, I think around $25, you can try and look at Scout Redstone. That's like completely red, but it is like double the price of this one. So yeah, but $10.30 for the Scout Bloodshot. And then for the AVP, which of course is the most pricey one, we got the AVP Wildfire. This one is Filters Condition, because the price difference from a Battle Scarred Condition one to a Filters one is only like 3-4 euros or something, at least for the cash price on buff. Which means there's absolutely no reason to buy a Battle Scarred one for like $48 when you could buy a Filters one for $52, which this one is. So yeah, that's the reason why I picked this one in Filters Condition. Super clean, $50 for AVP, which is extremely cheap compared to any other red AVP in this game. And then moving on to the SG, we actually got another Candy Apple skin, and also the most expensive Candy Apple skin currently in the, not in the game, but in this video, because in the game I think it might be the 5.7 Candy Apple actually, but it is because it's from a older collection and also have some trade up potential. But yeah, the SG Candy Apple in factory new condition is $7.50. Then for the AUG, we got the AUG Random Access. Another skin that's probably more orange, but it does the job. And if you want a really rare AUG, you have to grab AUG Hot Rod, and that's extremely expensive. I'm actually not sure how much the AUG Hot Rod is, but it is over 100 euros. I know that much. Yeah, and on the other hand, you can grab this one in field test condition for only $1.05. Then moving on to the auto sniper on the CT side, you got the Scar 20, and this one is a Bloodsport. Actually one of the more popular skins for red inventories, the Bloodsport, but they're usually also really pricey, at least for the AK. But this one is not too bad, as Scar 20 Bloodsport in field test condition comes at $2.90. And then moving on to the last skin and weapon of the video, we got the G3SG1, which is the auto sniper on the T side. This one is the executor actually, and in field test condition this comes in at $1.50, so really cheap, and actually a really nice red skin, but it's cheap since it's from or to a weapon that's not used that often. But yeah, a really sick option here at only $1.50. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and I just hoped if you're going to build a red loadout or just looking for some inspiration, you found some. This was all the cheapest options for every weapon in the game for a red skin. So hopefully you liked it. I will go ahead and do some more of these videos with different colors, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.